G'day humans, Chris Stead here. I'm on the road. Today I'm in Thailand, in Bangkok. I'm staying at the Conrad Bangkok Hotel. In this video I'm going to do a full review of the hotel, its facilities, its features, what's good about it, what's bad about it. Although I've got to tell you there's not too much bad about this one. And give you a tour of the local area and just kind of give you an idea of what to expect if you're considering staying here. This is a real luxury hotel, really lovely stay. One of the nicest I've been in actually. So plenty of good things to say. So let's dive straight in and take a look at the Conrad Bangkok review.
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
Yes!
Dad, I'm hungry.
So quickly we'll just start with a little bit of a look outside. It's in a peculiar position. So it's central to kind of Bangkok, but then it's also kind of off the beaten track a little bit. So there's pros and cons to that. So the pro is that, you know, there's no noise, like there's basically no street noise at all. That the main road is down the end of that like alleyway there. You can't hear a thing anywhere in the hotel. Now if you go down there and just around the corner, there's a proper locals food market where you can go and literally get like a full feed for like $3 Australian. So that's just there. So you can go and like, you know, get some local culture and cuisine that way. And if you go that way and go further along, you can kind of walk through a park and then towards Pat Pong markets and that. It's walking distance. It's walking distance to the MRT and the stations as well to get around the place. But the hotel offers a shuttle bus that basically cycles like almost every 5 minutes. So, you know, it's not too difficult to get around. And when you add in the grabs, which are, you know, pretty cheap, tuk-tuks, things like that, the location's not something you have to really worry about. So it's a slight negative in that you're not just walking straight out into like the old town or the busy streets or something like that. You can get around Southeast Asia. But on the flip side, it's quiet and they make it pretty easy to get to and from it anyway. So I think the pros probably outweigh the cons there. All right, then let's have a look. Now, as I said, this is quite a luxury stay, very opulent. See if I can get us a bit more scope here. So right about now, for reasons unknown, my mic cut out as soon as I went into the different zoom mode. So I'm just going to dub this over and take you through it. But obviously here's the big foyer for the Conrad Bangkok. Doubles or triple, quadruple height. Big opulent space, really lovely, really nice, really air conditioned well. Plenty to see and do in here. We've got this big kind of bar in the corner where you can kind of hang out, get drinks, get food. It's got a band playing in here often, and you can even do a little bit of work in here. But they've done a really nice job with this space, I feel. You can see the band there. It doesn't go far and far, it doesn't fit a hell of a lot of people, but I do like a bar, especially an international one that attracts kind of corporates like this place does, to have a nice communal space where you can go and meet and mingle and have a drink and meet some people and be out of your room for a little bit without necessarily leaving the hotel. But yeah, done a really good job here. I did eat some of the food from there. It was pretty simple. It wasn't as good as the buffet, which I'll show you in a sec. But you know, it was serviceable, and the drinks were good as well. So that gives you an idea. That's I think is the Chinese restaurant up there. There's the restaurant's on the second floor, kind of overlooking the action down here. And then back into this space. So you got internet through the whole entire space as you'd expect. It works really well. The elevators are behind the wall there, and it'll take you up to your room. And yeah, this is really grand foyer. I did speak a few times to the staff in this area, and just about bits and pieces of how you're going, just have a little bit of a yarn. Everyone was very forthcoming and communicative, and that was quite good. And then you can actually just walk up the stairs here, which are very ritzy, up to the next floor where we're going to find some of our restaurant spaces, which I'll take you through in a sec. But it gives you an idea of the scale of the entrance when you walk in here. Like, you really feel like you're walking into somewhere very luxurious. And down here we've got the buffet breakfast. So here we are in the buffet breakfast. Now this is a great buffet, really, really good. And it's kind of, the entrance is like, as you can see there, it's a little bit claustrophobic and squashed. And a few times it overflowed and people had to go sit in the cafe, which is that first bit you saw is just purely a cafe. But it opens up once you get in here. And there's just such a wide selection of cuisine options across multiple different, you know, countries of origin, or regions of origin at least. And I'll show you in this video as well, they actually did mix it up a little bit. So it wasn't the same thing every single day, which I really appreciate. If you're staying anywhere for multiple days, it's really lovely to be able to go down and know that you're going to be surprised by something else. Now, almost everything I had in this buffet was delicious. It's one of the great buffets. And as we go through here and have a look at all the options that are available to you, I'm sure you'll agree that it all looks very well prepared. They kept the stock up really well, and as you'll come across, like quite a bit of variety. Oh, that was really, you know, obviously you got fish, very effectively sashimi, and as well as the Western staples, you kind of got all those Asian classics as well, which I, as an Australian, really appreciate the opportunity to eat things that I normally really wouldn't be able to eat in Australia with ease. So again, the staff here were lovely. The space itself is solid. It's not amazing. You're not looking out over a pool, over a vista or anything like that. It's a bit more internal focused. Yeah, they've just got so much food in here that it's pretty hard to complain. So we'll just go have a look at everything it is to offer. And we've still got a fair bit to go. That's the amazing thing. There's still a whole centre island that I haven't even shown you yet. So these areas over here kind of changed a little bit more than the others. So I came and I checked it, and there was different foods each day amongst the more Oriental cuisine, less so than the Western staples, because we're just not fancy enough to have alternatives, I guess. Yeah, and then the centre island as well, which you're going to get your drinks, your cereals, your fruits. I love the little elephants. There are other little kind of knickknacks, I guess you could say, dressing up the place and giving it that kind of feel of being in Thailand, you know, for those people who are here on business and just kind of in the hotel, you're still kind of getting a bit of a taste of the outside world. I love these as well. I've seen this all over the place. The actual honey made on site. It's always a little bit unique and a bit different each time. So it's such a huge selection of options. Probably more adult focused than kid focused, but I love this as well. We've got the different kinds of like power drinks. And as you can see there, a fair bit of space. So this is what I managed to put together. Did wonders for my cholesterol, but certainly filled the stomach. And I tend to mix things up. I do. On the omelettes, obviously, you get to make your own omelettes. And this is just a little bit just to show you, if you can remember what was the last time, you'll be able to see there's some slight little differences here in what's on offer on a second day, a different day. Excellent buffet. Right. So before we got to here's a look at the first couple of floors. So the rooms don't really start to get higher up. You've got a lot of meeting spaces, quite a few restaurants, Chinese and Japanese restaurants inside to go with the cafe and the diplomat bar. And there's another bar at the swimming pool. And then number 7, which is I'm going to head up to in a sec, that's an awesome space, really great space. And there's just a shopping mall there, so you can actually just I'll show you, it's interesting. So in here you got the ballrooms and meeting rooms. And this kind of side goes off into a side building, but it's everything in here is really done. I've actually been to a conference here, and the rooms and the screens and the AV setup and everything's amazing. It's here at Conrad Weddings. So let's see if we have a look down here. Oh, wedding cake. Yeah, so it goes right round into this building around the corner here, and that's where you're going to get like your corporate events happening. You can see here Lenovo Innovate, which I attended, is on at the moment. Now, that's what I was saying, we can go to the shopping mall. So you go right out here and you're just directly into the shopping mall. There's a KFC right there. So you can kind of walk through there and get a distance from the hotel without having to step into the humidity. Anyway, let's have a look at floor 7. So here we are on floor 7. This is where the hotel really starts to gets its, well, I guess it helps it diversify its clientele. It's a really great floor, some good stuff. So you can see the same kind of space and opulence. In here's the Season Spa. Now I did get a chance to go in here. I tried the, I think it was called the Gem Body Bliss, which is a 90-minute massage with gemstones, which I've never done before actually. And it was really, really lovely. Really great rooms, lots of space in the rooms, really good massage. Yeah, so as you'd expect from a place like this, but yeah, high quality. And I've met like a stack of different types of treatments you can have. Now there's a pool out there, I'll show you that in a sec, it's unreal. But down here you've got a gym. You can see there's all these lockers as well. So there is, in this building, apartments. So obviously permanent residents. I don't know if they've got access to this as well. There's probably like 7 floors or so of them, of permanent residents. They use a different entrance, but they come through the lobby a lot. There's the pool out there. But have a look at this killer gym. I was talking to the manager and apparently it was recently renovated. As you can see, very, very, very large. So pretty much everything you could want. And there's a room down the back here as well. You can see like they've got a private trainer down there. Look at it. So like I said, I don't know if it's used by the residents as well. And out here they've got, I think it's called the City Terrace. So it's early in the morning at the moment actually. You can see the sun rising. So another place out there where you can get some space. I'll take you for a look around here. All very temperature controlled in here as well, which is always good. And I was talking to the lady at the front before and I swear she said that there was a sauna. But I haven't been able to find it, so maybe I misheard. Okay, so there was a sauna, I found it. It is in the bathrooms. So there must be a male and female one separately. In this big lavish bathroom they've got servicing the gym and pool. There's lockers as well. Wow, look at all this. Very good, very good. How's that step machine? I've never seen one of those. This is around in a few places as well. There's one in my room, just plates of fruit, bottles of water. They're just really well catered for. Alright, let's go look at this pool. Yeah, so when I said like this kind of helps it diversify its clientele, what I mean is that you know, other than that kind of the gym and the spa, and which provides that kind of, I guess, corporate needs, it also you know, for people looking for luxury stays, want to use the spa, get some treatments done, for, you know. But out here, this space out here is really good for the kids. And I have seen quite a few families here. So families definitely stay here, and I can imagine it'd be quite a great stay with families. Although my kids are back at home, haha. So that's a spa, a bit warmer, the water here. You see the bubbles around there. So not the traditional type of spa, but I do like it when there is a spa to be found in the Southeast Asian resorts and hotels, because a lot of times the weather's considered too hot and people don't do it, but I still really like the spa. Okay, so you can see, lovely sized pool. Stacks of chairs as well. I came down here and had a swim at about 5 o'clock, and it was probably about 70% full, 80% full. Went and got a beer from the bar up here. It worked out to about $9 Australian, something like that. I don't think they do a happy hour there, unfortunately. So only 90, or not even a metre deep down here, but down the other end it gets to about 1.5, I think, 1.6, so a bit deeper. Still not super deep, but a bit deeper. And then we'll have a look up here, because it continues. I like these beanbag things too. Not only beanbags, there's some kind of big, like sun lounge, or bigger, how do you call them, these things? Sun basket, I don't know. And then up here, there's a full tennis court and pickleball courts as well. In fact, you can see it there. Pickleball courts. So yeah, and you can't hear these tennis courts from the rooms either, it's worth pointing out, because my room is up on this corner here, so I'm looking down on it. But I couldn't hear tennis balls being hit, which can sometimes be a bit of a nuisance. So really ample sized tennis courts, and the pickleball courts as well. So a few balls to go over that fence. So for a place that's right in the heart of, you know, a major city and a big city with a big population, I'm surprised by how much space that they've got and how well they've used it. It does feel almost like a resort out here. And I'll just take you up here, because I'm pretty sure there's a kids' playground. I haven't seen any bands or music up here, which I guess could be another dimension, or barbecues or anything like that, although I think that's more of an Australian thing. Some of these rooms, this building here, which is not this hotel, right on the wall. They definitely haven't wasted any space. Although those are rooms there from this hotel. They might be slightly compromised, although it wouldn't surprise me if they're super soundproofed, just judging on the quality of everything else here. And let's see if we can find this kids part, because I haven't had a need to find it for obvious reasons. I don't have kids with me. So it goes right down to a big garden down here. See the top of this top of this building up here. It's really interesting. So, yeah, just kind of it's such an intriguing space that they've got here. Just kind of weaves its way around the rooftops of other buildings, I guess. And maybe this is the ballroom below us. There's a nice little tranquil space over here as well. Some sun lounges, look at that. So if you want another little space to zone out in the middle of the big city, I'm surprised there's no carpet in there. You'll find another one all the way over here. So I got around on the, you get it's called a rabbit card, but it's a SkyTrain. And you can walk to it from here in about less than 10 minutes. That'll get you to most places around the city. And you know, like you can walk from here to say Pat Pond Markets if you wanted to go check out the craziness. Well, that's not as crazy as it used to be, I should point out. But you can also just walk to the SkyTrain and catch the SkyTrain there. And also, you know, Chinatown's another great place to go. I'm going to actually go to the reclining Buddha after this. There we go, this must be the park down here. There we go, yeah. So, a little bit out of sight, I guess you could say. It's not like you'd be hanging out at the pool and letting your kids run rampant all the way over here, but if you've got the younger kids, there is definitely a solid space over here for them. Plenty of seating around there as well. Lovely. So they really have done a very, very good job. I am really impressed by this hotel. And the design of it, just this whole roof area is just so intriguing. So we're on floor 7 at the moment. I wonder what's down there. Must be an alleyway. All right. Well, anyway, that's the floor 7, the epic floor 7. Let's go up there and check out the room. Alrighty, let's go take a closer look at the room. Here I am. 2619. Alright, so 2619, 26th floor, number 19. Not too far away from the elevators that you're down that third door on the left down there. Got an interesting entranceway here. It goes into kind of a little hall. Your master switch to do not disturb, make my room. And you kind of come round and it goes bang and hits you. To what I would say is very, very, very nice room. So luxury finishes throughout. Large. So you got a walk-in wardrobe here. It's kind of got all your usual stuff, your iron, your safe, spare pillow, robes. I was happy that there was somewhere to put a bag as well. That's really nice that that was out of the way. Little office space here, which I have been using. And you can see here, really good quality office chair. Like, that's not an afterthought, that's deliberate. That's a really, really nice chair, which I've definitely appreciated. Stacks of power points, including USB-A direct from the wall. That was very slow charging. And power points that fit Australian plugs straight into the wall, so I didn't have to, it's kind of almost universal. So I've got a US adapter here and that's working, but also just plug in my Australian one, Australian as well. Over here we've got some complimentary water, which is nice. There's a couple of bottles and then a couple more turned up at some point. So that's good. Coffee, there is a mini bar, so you've got bottles of wine. See if I can get those prices for you. Of course, these obviously can change. So at the moment, 230 baht is about 10 Australian dollars. So what's that, about 35 dollars for a bottle of Jack Daniels. Okay. So fridge under here, which has been very quiet. I haven't been able to hear the fridge, which is good. You might have noticed a bit of sound as I came in through the hallway. That's the aircon. Now the aircon is loud in that hallway, where the return is up there, but it's such a consistent sound you forget about it straight away. Okay, let's have a look at the bed. So obviously king size on the firmer side, but still very comfortable. Look at these mega pillows as well. So there's actually a pillow menu over here somewhere. Just gives you an idea of, you know, the kind of finish and attention to detail that you can expect in a Conrad Bangkok. But yeah, very comfortable, really lovely doona, nice pillows. Room's been pretty good with temperature the whole time. Big TV on the wall. Only one kind of really English-speaking movie channel, but like, you know, you got all your news channels, a lot of local channels, and a couple of sport channels. Little space over here as well, so you can see a really, really lovely large room. I mean, this is, I guess, is a corner room, but still hard not to be impressed. Bathtub, how good is that? With a really nice finishes. You can see all stone all the way up as well, which I love as well. Excellent shower in there. So you've got the rainmaker up the top, or the actual handle, with the pump packs down there, including conditioner as a separate to the shampoo, which is always nice. And yep, nice finishes all the way around this huge, beautiful sink. And a little toilet over here as well. So as you can see, really, really lovely. Now pretty much the only negative I can say about this room is these shutters, which are like, as opposed to a blind, so you cannot block the light. So, and this is see-through to a certain extent. Anyway, so in the morning, there's no keeping the room dark. It just lights up. So if that's an issue for you, that's something to consider, I guess. I did speak to someone who was staying in another room, and they said that they didn't have windows from their bathroom outside. So they had the bath, but they didn't have the outlook. So they didn't have that problem at all. But that just lets all the sunlight in. So, you know, 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever, your room's just completely bright. And I will just show you as well, down here, we've got our blind controls. So I'll show you the view out here. Looks like we can only do one at a time, is that? Yeah, so that's just coming up there. Very quiet room. I haven't heard a thing, like I haven't heard a thing from next door, from down on the road outside. I haven't heard a motorbike, I haven't heard a beeping horn. I haven't heard a footstep from upstairs, nothing. So, yeah, one of the best rooms I've ever stayed in, I've got to say. Really, really nice. And as you'll see here, this comes up and it's opening up over there as well. You've got a pretty lovely view of Bangkok. Look down there, there's the traffic. And yeah, it's pretty hard to show through the window, but yeah. So lovely outlook all the way around the building. I woke up this morning and I just pressed the button and let the curtains just open themselves. There's no one actually looking in on you either. There's no high rise anywhere near. You could just stand there naked probably and get away with it. There you go, there's a tour of the Conrad Bangkok, a luxury stay in the heart of Bangkok. Really, really lovely hotel. I'm happy to recommend it. I think for any type of traveller, I think families are going to have a good time here. That level 7 space there with the really nice pool, the tennis courts, the good gym, and the excellent buffet as well. Like, kids are going to love that, families going to like that. And I think if you're staying here for corporate stays, or if you're here as a couple, just the luxury finishes and the provisions, the space in the rooms, the lovely comfortable seat for the desk, that type of stuff shows an attention to detail and a real nice finish, which I can't imagine anyone's going to come here and not really rate their stay. Location, I guess, maybe could be a bit better, but you know, it's so quiet in the heart of the town, and getting around is so affordable that I don't really think that's too big of an issue. I think what you're getting in terms of space and facilities means that not being right, you know, stepping out your door straight onto the night markets, for example, you know, I think that's fine. So yeah, the Conrad Bangkok, excellent hotel and definitely worth your time. Anyway, I'm Stead. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out my other videos, and as for me, I'm gonna get back on the road. Yeah.